Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you probably know, my name's Ron, and I'm the father of the bride. And it is my privilege to make the first speech here tonight. Well, I sort of thought it was a privilege until I realised that I'm actually the warm-up act for the main speakers, which is the groom and the best man. So anyway, with that in mind, I'm going to try and be a little bit like Kylie Minogue, which is just short and entertaining. But anyway, look, but despite my age, I've in fact only been to 5 marriage ceremonies, including my own, and I was a bit unclear as to the etiquette that's involved. So I did what any self-respecting father of the bride would do, and I stole a speech from the internet. Now, I haven't read it yet, so I hope it's a good one, so just bear with me. I would like to begin by welcoming everybody here tonight. It's good to see so many family and friends here to celebrate Janelle and Brenton's wedding. I'd also like us to remember those from our respective families who have meant so much to us, but who sadly cannot be with us tonight. When Janelle was born 27 years ago, I can remember thinking at the time, hell, it's a girl, now I've got to make a wedding speech. And I've worried about it ever since, but I guess now that the time has finally arrived. However, I think you'll all agree that Janelle looks beautiful today in her wedding dress, and we're all very proud of her. Throughout her life, Janelle has brought brightness into our lives, but that's mainly because she never switched off any of the lights at home. And I can honestly say that while she was growing up, she was never really any bother, well, except between the ages of 3 and 26. But I'd like to think that Janelle did have a happy childhood, and she still enjoys her sports, such as netball, basketball, a bit of water skiing, and riding her jet ski around. But now that she's been married for a few hours, I can't begin to tell you how delighted we are to see her looking so happy as she begins the next chapter of her life with Brenton. So now to Brenton. Look, we've known Brenton now for a number of years, and we are very pleased to welcome him into our family as our son-in-law. During the time that we've known Brenton, we've come to realise just how special he is to Janelle. You spelt special wrong, Janelle. And I am sure you agree that they make a wonderful couple. Some of you may not know that Brenton chose the traditional way to ask me for my consent to the marriage. We met at a local pub, and when he asked if he could have Janelle's hand in marriage, well, of course I accepted straight away before he could change his mind. But now I think at this stage I'm supposed to give Brenton some father-in-law advice about Janelle and also about surviving the trials of marriage. But as most men in this reception will know, this is pretty much an impossible task. I have to say though that when Janelle and Brenton exchanged their vows earlier and Janelle said, "I do," I had cause to reflect that this was one of the few times I can remember her agreeing to do something without question. I can also remember watching Janelle as a child play with a new pink plastic tea set that someone had bought her as a birthday present. And I said to her, "Nell, are you washing the dishes?" And she said, "Yes, Daddy, and I'm drying them as well because I'm not married yet." So Brenton, beware and remember that of all the labour-saving devices invented for women, none have been more successful than man. So, to give you advice on marriage, survival is virtually impossible. But I read an article in the paper a few weeks ago, and it said that a recent survey revealed that men who had pierced ears were more suited to marriage. And that's because they've already experienced pain and they know how to buy jewellery. However, I wish you every success in your path ahead, and I'm sure that with a bit of give and take on both sides, you'll have a long and happy marriage. My final bit of advice is that women like silent men because they think you're listening, so don't answer back in an argument. Anyway, you'll be pleased to know that that's all I've got to say. So it just leaves me to propose the first toast. So would you please charge your glasses and be upstanding? Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, please raise your glasses and join me in wishing Janelle and Brenton every happiness for the future. Janelle and Brenton. Thank you.